And hello, fellow Taker Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks. And as promised, today we are on map DEZFUL. And what I'm gonna have for you guys today is two games from separate spawns. And we're gonna talk a little about this map and what is the best strategy on this map. So as you notice here, in the first game we are in M48 A5 PI Era 1 Cold War tank, top tier. And we are drawn on a northwest side of the map. Now, in my opinion, this is the worst spawn on this map. It's bad. The reason why is because on this map, the game is won in the middle of the map, to be honest. I mean, most of the time, the teams go on the outside of the map, I noticed. But really, if you want to get your damage and if you want to affect the outcome of the game, you have to play it from the middle. And why this spawn is the worst? Because access points to the center of the map are limited from this side. I mean, you have to cross water, or you have to do what I do. You have to go all the way around in order to get into the center of the map, into that town that's in the middle. Also, if you're trying to access that town in the middle, you have to drive in the open over the bridge on this side. So yeah, and the best access points to the center of the map are from the opposite spawn and from the south side. So basically from the east side of the map and from the south. So in this situation, I made a kind of a different play. I figured, you know what, my friendlies are going to be on the north side. So if I get myself central, but in a position where my friendlies can support me, maybe I can proximity spot whoever is in town. And that's what you see me do. I'm trying to access town from this side here. And I'm going to drive by and go over to the other side. See if we can proximity spot anybody that's sitting on top here. Also, if I have any shots across to the east side, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to shoot to the east side. As you can see, we spot this guy here. We're going to try to put some shells into him. So we're going to stay in this position until we kill him, because he's our immediate threat right now. No one else is shooting at us, and he's the only target that can actually do damage to us. So right there, he gets taken out. And now we're going to progress further. Now, when we get here, this position is going to be dangerous, because in this other village at G0, there will be tanks there, and they will be shooting at me, for sure. So I have to pay attention to that. Yet I want to be able to punish these guys that are in town right here. The whole idea of being here is first to spot these guys that are in town in the center so that my friendlies can put shells into them, but also being able to claim the town, get in there and clean it up so that I gain the advantageous position in that situation and I'm able to put shells all around the map. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do over here. Now, as you notice, these guys at G0 have shots here. So I'm just paying attention whether they're shooting at me or not. If I'm not getting shot at, I'm going to make the aggressive play in a split second here. We're just going to try to drain this guy here a little bit, get him down in health, and once we do that, we're going to go after him. And that's exactly what we're doing. Now, we're really slow coming up the hill over here, and we could get shot in the back. It's quite possible, but I'm taking that risk. I need to make that push because this position is so important. I need to claim it. So I'm going to go after this guy, but he drops off. He goes to the bottom, so I don't have any shots at him. Yet these guys from G0 are still shooting at me, so I have to pay attention to that. So now I have a central position. From here I will have shots all across the map, and that's why this position is so advantageous. Now, some people don't like playing from a central position like this because there could be tanks shooting them from all over the map and they don't know where the shots are coming from. But all you gotta do, this is the most important thing, you gotta just isolate your flanks when you're here in a central position. So if you're trying to shoot east the way I'm shooting right now, you have to ensure that absolutely no one can shoot you from all the other sides of the map. So you put buildings or terrain in between yourselves and the other flanks that you don't want to get shot from. So now we're gonna go to a different area in the center of the map. As you can see here, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to be able to come up here, spot this guy here, and I'm able to put shells into him. And then I'm going to change my position so that he doesn't have shots at me. See, I backed off. Now he started to run away because he realized that I have a better position. Unfortunately, that shot doesn't come off. But now we claim this position, so no one can shoot me from this side now because that guy ran off, and I don't think there's anybody else. Yet I will still be paying attention to the south side in case someone shoots me. I will back off, and then I'll put a building in between myself and whoever's shooting at me. But right now, no one's shooting at me, even though I'm spotted. So I pretty much know that no one from south side is actually shooting into this position. So I'm allowed to just sit here and farm, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And that's what this position is good at. You're gonna have those shots all around the map. Now that shot was unfortunate. That should have been a pen, I thought, but regardless, he turned at the same time I shot. So we're gonna take him out of the game right here. And now we're gonna try to shoot the other guy that's still there on the west side. Right there, this M47, so we're gonna put a shell into him. Boom. And he gets taken out. So yeah, that's what this position is good at. It's absolutely great, and you can use those buildings in the middle to protect yourself. Now, I don't understand this part, and Wargaming has done that on this map as well as on Mannheim map, where you cannot get off the expressway because of the tall curb or those concrete blocks or concrete walls. I don't understand why. Is it to prevent people from falling or whatever? I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of annoying because I wanted to engage that guy. Unfortunately, I couldn't get down, right? So we're going to switch our attention to this side of the map now. We're going to try to put some shells into these guys at G0. Unfortunately, that shot doesn't come off. So we're going to push down here a little bit further. And I was trying to scout this side here. I know I'm kind of in danger. I know these guys can shoot me, but I'm still at full health, so I can easily engage this M48. And if they shoot me, I should be able to get under their guns sooner rather than later. So we're gonna put a shell into this guy. As you can see, I'm paying attention to the left side over here. These guys can shoot me easily, but I'm getting under their guns right now. And now I have clear-cut shots at this guy as well. So that's the idea here. So we're gonna wait until he shows up. We auto lock on him, and unfortunately we scuffed that shot. I don't know how, but we did manage to scuff that shot. So now only 2 guys remaining. We're gonna try to get ourselves into that village over here and see if we can engage him. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. But again, this map, center, is very important. I understand that flank must be won, but if you want to get your damage and if you want to help the team win, there's got to be someone in a central position. And normally, from the spawn that I started, my team, it struggles to win a game, really struggles to win a game. I noticed that being drawn on the east side is much easier to win a game because access point to the central area of the map is so much easier. Anyway, I just wanted to show you this, guys. It's not going to be a spectacular game, but it's just going to show you how I play this map, especially from not a very favorable spawn, which the west side is on this map. But we still managed to put up a very decent game. 4.4k damage, 16 penetrating hits, 2.8k assisted damage, which brings the total to about 7.2k combined. Quite nice game in this tank. Okay, so now we're going to switch to the other spawn, and this time we're going to be in M47, and in this game I think I'm platooning with Freddy FMB. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to go straight for the central position in that town at F6. And I was telling Freddy right here, I'm like, I'm going straight in the center, because from there I know I'm gonna have shots all around the map. So we'll show you what this position is good at if you start on this side of the map. But from here, and that's what I was saying, from here you're gonna have very fast access to the center of the map, because the road that I'm gonna take right here is gonna take me straight there. You can see it right in front of me right there. So very simple access, very fast access. So this side of the map is so much more advantageous. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna climb up and we're gonna look for shots. We're gonna concentrate our fire on the north side first to try to support our friendlies. But then if there's no shots, we're gonna change our attention to the other sides of the map. Mostly the west and the south side. So that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, right here, those buildings on the right, like, you can get yourself in positions that your tank will be protected quite well. Very well. Now, you definitely have to pay attention to each area of the map, especially with True Vision. You know, people will be shooting at you, definitely, so you gotta have your head on a swivel, as I would call it. You have to be able to pay attention to the map at all times, because situational awareness is the most important thing if you play out of the position that has multiple firing lanes going into, as this position here. But we'll be looking for shots here. As you can see on the north side, it doesn't seem like I have shots right now. We have a lot of our friendlies pushing the north side. Freddy decided to stay at G0 and just snipe across the south side. Snipe all these guys that are coming through the south side. But I'm just going to poke my head here and there and see if I can get some shots. As you can see right now, I don't really have much to shoot at. But I'm not going to leave this position yet, because once the game develops, the tanks are going to start rolling into different positions. Like you can see here, I have shots right now, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to put some shells into these guys. I don't know what happened to that shell. It looked like it dropped off. Now we have a shot into this guy, so we're going to try to put a shell into him right there. Did we bounce that? No, we did penetrate him. So we're going to try to put another shell into him right there. Yeah, like I mentioned to you guys, like this is, it is a farming position. I mean, I've seen people do huge amounts of damage out of this position. I didn't have a chance to do that yet, because in my games it seems like I really have to work hard for my damage for whatever reason. So I didn't have a game where I can actually farm, but I know people had some good games out of this position in some of my games. And that was when I started playing on this map. I didn't take this position. I tried to work on the outskirts, and it's not the same. Trust me, it's not the same at all. I mean, you still need to go to the outskirts in order to win the game, because you have to push the flanks. But in order to get damage, definitely not. So we're going to try to switch positions here, because we got nothing out of the other position just sitting there. And here, as you can see, we have a lot more tanks to shoot at. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And look at all these tanks we can shoot at. I know they're far away. The only problem is leading the shots from such a long distance away. But looks like our team is losing on this side. Most of the opposition pushed over, and our team was pretty much annihilated north. But I'm going to try to support them as well as I can. Right here, there's still a couple guys alive there. So we're going to keep putting shells into these guys coming into the open. And so far, no one has fired at me. No one's paying attention to me. And the reason why is because they're paying attention to my friendlies. Once my friendlies are dead, these guys will probably start paying attention to me. Although I'm not spotted, so they would have to use True Vision in order to see me here and fire at me. But yeah, easy. Like, this position is easy. If you get yourself in a good position between the buildings, it's so easy to get damage out of here. So yeah, the gameplay might seem a little bit boring here, because I'm just sitting in one spot and I'm sniping. But, you know, I found this to be the most effective way to play on this map, unfortunately. And it works for me more often than not, to be honest, guys. Okay, so now we're going to switch attention to the south side, because it looks like the opposition is spilling into the south side of the map. And we're going to have some shots over here in a split second. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to aim a shot at this M47, but he stops right before we fired. So we scuffed that shot, unfortunately. But we should be able to put this shell into him. And we do. And then he just goes over the ridge. So I have no more shots at him. But we should be able to shoot at these guys. So that's exactly what we do. We put a shell into that guy. We take him out of the game. And we're going to try to take this guy out of the game. Can we? Did we? Yes, we did. Okay. So we brought this game closer. 2 quick kills over there. And we also put a shell into M47. And now we're going to switch attention to this side of the map, because the opposition started spilling here. Now, I was worried about dropping here. I didn't know whether I was going to damage my tank or not. I still didn't know this map really well at that point. Same with here. I didn't know whether I could drop here or not. And this building on the right is not destructible, unfortunately. And this wall is not destructible, unfortunately. So we're going to have to take the long route. And we're going to try to engage this guy here. In the meantime, Freddy was putting shells into him because he was in a position to shoot him. So we take him out of the game. And now only 3 tanks remaining on the opposing team. The game is still relatively close, but I think it is safe to say that we can take it because, you know, I'm still full health. I didn't lose any of my health in this game, and it looks like these guys are sitting right here. So we're going to put a shell into this guy. And now I don't really care if I take the hit over here, but I still wanted to juke that shot. My one guy gets taken out. We should be able to take this guy out of the game, and we do. And this is going to be a closeout right now. Now, where's the last guy? I don't know if he was spotted at all. We're going to try to drop here. You can drop here easily without damaging yourself. Although in one of the games I did end up damaging myself. You cannot do it with speed. You have to go quite slow. Oh, we get spotted here, so that guy is over here. I'm going to try to put a shell into him. Unfortunately, that shot doesn't come off. And he puts a shell into us. But we got plenty of health, so we should be able to take him out of the game. But unfortunately, Freddy beats me to that kill, and he takes him out of the game. So, yeah. As you noticed, 0 effort in this game. Like, 0 effort. Like, I didn't have to do much at all to get my 4,000 damage in this game, to be honest. Now, the previous game, from previous spawn, I had to work a lot harder in order to get myself into more advantageous position and get the damage that I wanted. So that's the biggest difference between these spawn points. But I think central area of the map is where you want to be, and it's the best place to get your damage as well as support your team in order to win the game. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. I'm gonna probably show map Mannheim next and show you how I play on that map, so keep a lookout for that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking. Space Bandit checking out.